So today, Critical Resistance stands in solidarity to protest Urban Shield. The fundamental reason is because of what Urban Shield is actually here to accomplish, which is to increase the capacity for the expansion of war making on Black and brown communities. At Urban Shield, the technology that is distributed, the training, tactics, and strategies that are shared will be used to target communities of color in East and West Oakland. They will also be used on those who act in dissent and protest and organize for self-determination. Given that Oakland is policing resistant, Urban Shield's use of Alameda County as a testing ground becomes all the more chilling in its logic. In addition to its local impact, Urban Shield will continue the spread of police militarization nationally and internationally, the effects of which can be seen at present with the murder of Mike Brown and the turning of Ferguson, Missouri into a war zone when faced with community outrage and protest. The use of Israeli military training as part of Urban Shield connects it to continued assault on Gaza. Urban Shield justifies itself in the same way that police militarization projects have always done, by utilizing exceptional circumstances as a reason to grow the military power of policing. But once an incident has passed, the heightened military aspects remain behind and diffuse into everyday policing practice. This is why we have SWAT teams in the first place and explains their proliferation. We at Critical Resistance know that the way to stop war making on our communities is to demilitarize policing. What is important when thinking about addressing that task is that there has always been some aspect of militarism in informal policing. The foundation of both military and policing power is the same: the state-sanctioned capacity to use physical force to accomplish their respective objectives, whether they occur abroad or within the United States. Militarized policing is what policing is. As an organization committed to abolishing all parts of the prison industrial complex, including police, Critical Resistance believes that it is imperative that we work to dismantle Urban Shield. In addition, we must continue to work in solidarity nationally and internationally against the logics of policing. Critical Resistance has recently launched a project where we work with community members to identify concrete alternatives to address harm and violence that don't involve police, and then actually build those resources. Urban Shield may assert that its goals are in the service of safety, but our communities know better. We also know what actually keeps us safe and healthy, and we must continue to take up the challenge of realizing those things to grow our capacity to live and fight against state repression.
All right, everybody make some noise for Woods with Critical Resistance.